Good morning. Can you all hear me? Give me a thumbs up, please, if you can, in the comments. No one's giving me a thumbs up. Technical advisor says that we're good to go. Hello, super. Thank you. So we've just got another couple of minutes or so before we start. Hi, Alex. Hi, Simon. Long time no see. Who's the furthest away from the Isle of Wight this morning? Hi, Tui. Hi, Matilda. Netherlands, good effort. Brilliant. Hi, Andrea. Super. It's so lovely to see you all here. So we've had some requests for lower back. Hello, Kareen. How's that baby? Where are you, Kareen? Are you in the Netherlands as well? Hi, Kate. Steph, you're doing the Yoga for All class. Do I get to see you tonight as well? Hi, Jilly. That's so cool. I'd never get 23 of you in this room at home normally. Oh, there's nothing dark where you are, Marianne. Nothing dark at all, my lovely. So just a reminder from anyone on the Isle of Wight, I have a shed full of yoga equipment and not many people to practice. Hi, Jane. That's Jane from Scotland. Oh, no, it's not. It's Jane from London. Hello, Jane. So yeah, I've got this shed full of kit here and no one to practice on it. So if you are on the Isle of Wight and you want some extra props or mats, some of you are now practicing with your kids alongside you or your partners alongside you. So it may well be that you could do with an extra mat or something. So yeah, too, that's absolutely fab. Come and grab one. Just let me know. The yoga shed is open. They're in the usual place here. So hello, Leslie from Hailing Island. How lovely. It's probably beautiful over there this morning, isn't it? Nice offshore wind. You've got a tortoise alongside you. That is so cool. I do need a photograph of that, Jilly, please. Okay, so it's 10 o'clock, so we're going to start. Okay. So we'll begin by lying on your back, please. Lie yourself down carefully. And take the legs quite wide apart, the feet quite wide apart, the knees bent, and just drop the knees in towards each other. And bring one hand to rest on your heart and one hand to rest on your belly, and soften the space between your shoulder blades. And take a lovely deep breath in through the nose. And let go with a soft sigh. And again, deep breath in through the nose. And let go with a sigh. And as we Drop into the body, onto this mat in this moment this morning. Just a little reminder that this is a yoga for all class. And yet, there is an element of self-practice here, whereby I'm not there in the room physically with you, and I cannot help you physically and see physically what's going on. So you need to be really discerning and really careful with yourself. I want you to feel safe at all times, and if there's anything that I'm doing this morning that feels inappropriate for you, not quite right, then just drop out of that and join us when you're ready. I'll try and offer alternative postures as we go through, but please feel free to take a rest at any stage. You can come into Shavasana, into the pose of the child, or just come to sitting and rejoin us when you're ready. Become aware of the sounds around you, in the room, from the garden, from outside the window. Perhaps becoming aware of the sounds within your room, of your household. And becoming aware of the sound of your breath. And feeling its delicate touch in the skin of the nostrils. The touch of the knees towards each other. The support of the ground beneath your feet, beneath your head, beneath your back. And as we cultivate this awareness of what is happening in this moment, begin to deepen your breath. Letting the hand on the belly feel the experience of the breath inflating the belly. And slowing the out breath down and letting it drift towards the spine. And on the in-breath, there's a sense of reaching into the edges of your torso, into your back, into your front, into your sides. And as you breathe out, have a sense of releasing tension from the face, from the abdomen, from the space between your shoulder blades. Letting the tongue become soft in your mouth and just dropping away from the soft palate. A little bit of space between your back teeth. And start to slow your breath, your out breath down. It might even become almost twice as long as your in breath, but we don't force or strain, because that would feel inappropriate at this time. Enjoying this poem from Mary Oliver, who said, "Hello, sun in my face. Hello, you who made the morning and spread it over the fields. Watch now how I start the day in happiness, in kindness. Release your hands to the floor beside you. Inhale and stretch the arms slowly towards the sky. And exhale and take the arms back behind you. Take a lovely deep breath in. And as you exhale, stretch your right heel away down the mat. Stretch your right fingers away. And then point through into the toes. And then relax. Take a deep breath in. And breathing out, stretch through the left-hand side of your body. Fingers away, heel away, stretching the heel down the mat. And then point through into your toes. And then relax. Deep breath in. And breathing out, give the whole of your body a lovely stretch. And then relax. Inhale, float the arms up towards the sky. And exhale and bring your arms beside your body, palms facing down. Relax your feet. Inhale. And on the out breath, turn your head slowly to the right. Inhale, bring the head to the center. Breathe out and look to the left. Inhale, center. Breathe out to the right. Inhale, center. And breathe out to the left. And inhale, bring the head back up to the center. Slide your heels back up the mat towards you, knees bent, and have your feet quite wide. Slide your arms up to shoulder height and turn the palms up to face the ceiling. Take a deep breath in. And on the out breath, drop the knees over to the right. Inhale, center. Exhaling to the left. Just rocking on the feet. Inhale to the middle. Breathing out to the right. Inhale, center. And breathe out, knees to the left. Inhaling back in towards the center. You can carry on with that, or if you want a little bit more, bring your knees up towards your chest. Squeeze the knees lightly together, feet off the floor. Inhaling, knees to the right, look to the left. Exhale, press the left waist to the floor and bring the knees back to the center. Inhaling, knees go to the left. And breathing out, pressing the right waist to the floor, bringing the knees back to the center. And just keep working with this. Or if you prefer to have the feet on the floor and the knees and the feet wide as earlier, then do that. Just freeing up our lower back. Make that the last time. And when the knees come back to the center, cross your ankles or cross your shins and reach your arms around your leg and find your feet. And just take a moment to maybe rock the knees in a circle or maybe roll the feet in a circle. And just feel the lower back being massaged into the floor. And earlier this week, those of us who were together, we were talking about what does self-care feel like at this time? And then we'll come to stillness, holding the feet. Inhale, roll up to sitting. And exhale, Come on over onto the hands and the knees. Position the hands underneath your shoulders and the knees underneath your hips. Inhaling and the belly drops and the gaze lifts. And as we exhale, push down through the hands around the spine and look back between your legs. Inhaling, belly drops, gaze lifts. And this time push through the hands and bring your right knee towards your forehead. Inhaling, the right leg up towards the sky. Foot flexed. And then we'll point the toes as the knee comes in to kiss the forehead. Inhaling, arching the back, looking up, reaching into the inner heel. Exhaling, the knee to the forehead. One more. And then let's extend the right leg out behind us. And don't sag through your shoulders, push the floor away. Lift your thoracic spine up between your shoulder blades. Push down through your right hand, come onto the tippy fingers of the left, and then extend your left arm away. And then we'll take a deep breath in and breathe out and bring the elbow and the knee to kiss. Inhale, extend. Exhale, elbow and knee kiss. Inhale, 3 more times. If you need to rest, then rest. And then we'll take a moment to extend. Again, don't sag through that right shoulder, push away. And those of you who want to, bend your right knee, reach your left hand back and hold the inside of the foot, and we kick the foot lightly into the hand. Press the knee away. And we breathe. Rich, expansive, nourishing breaths. So precious. And gently release. Come up on your knees. One hand to the belly, one hand to the lower back, tops of the feet pressing into the earth. Take a deep breath in. And as you exhale, scoop in and up through your lower belly and keep this strong. Bring your hands in front, take a breath in. And exhale and gently pulse back. Inhaling up. Tailbone away, squeezing into the lower abdomen. Inhaling, coming up. And it's as if you're a lovely straight line all the way through your torso and your thighs. And there's the sport of pressing your shins down. Tailbone lengthening away. And one more. And then come to stillness. Take your hands underneath your shoulders, spread your fingers wide. Inhaling, the belly drops, the gaze lifts, look up. Rounding the spine, pushing into the hands, bringing our left knee in to kiss the forehead. Inhaling, left leg comes out behind, look up. Pointing the toes as the knee comes towards the forehead. Moving on your breath. And then next time the left leg is lifted, keep it there. Reach from the inner knee into the inner heel. Come up on your right fingertips and extend your right arm away. Breathe in And as you exhale, bring your right right elbow and your left knee together. Inhale, extend away. Don't sag through the left shoulder. Exhale, elbow and knee. Inhale, feel really long, extend. Exhale, draw in. Inhale, reach out. Exhale, withdraw. Inhale, extend. And now staying here or bending the back knee, sweeping the right hand round and finding the inside of your foot. Kicking your foot into your hand, feeling the shoulder come back. Opening that right shoulder, opening the left hip flexors. Inhale and exhale and release. Turning our toes under, walking our hands back towards our knees, and then slowly rolling over the heels and pressing the heels down to the mat so that you can come like a rag doll over your legs. Shake out your head, spread your toes wide on the ground, and maybe hold the opposite elbow with your hands, or maybe just let the backs of your hands or the palms of your hands rest on the earth with gratitude. And just take a moment to make a conscious connection between your feet and the earth beneath you. Maybe rolling your weight in a circle around the soles of the feet, letting the plantar fascia settle, head relaxed, and then go the other way. And then keeping the knees soft, coming to stillness, take a breath in. And as you exhale, push down through the inner heels and slowly roll up bone by bone, dropping the tailbone down and lifting the head last. Setting Tadasana, feeling connected, feeling strong, feeling so tall. Spread your toes, lightly lift up through the muscles of your legs so you feel supported. Position your crown, your heart, and your pelvic floor one on top of the other so that you feel aligned. And as you inhale, take the arms up towards the sky and make Chimney Mudra, taking the outside, the ring finger and the little finger down and keeping the index finger and the middle finger up. And reach up into the middle finger, and maybe you'll squeeze your ears. Strong legs, push down into the earth, take a deep breath in. And as you exhale, come over to your right. Push the left hip away. Inhale, come up. Pushing the right hip away, come over to the left. Extend into your fingers still. Inhaling, coming up. Breathing out over to our right. Inhaling, coming up. And exhaling over to the left. And inhale, come all the way up. And as you exhale, bow forward over your legs, knees soft. And you'll either walk the hands forward or the feet back, because I've no idea where you are on your mat. And you're going to find your way into Ardha Mukha Shavasana. But take your feet quite wide. And really bend your knees and let your head hang. And let there be a lifting action from the inner knees right up into the sitting bones. And a sense of your bottom blossoming in the sunlight. It's really important that we don't forget to notice spring in all of the drama that's happening. Let your attention move right out into the edges of your body, to the crown, to the tailbone, from the fingertips down into the toes. And then inhale, come high on the tippy toes, and exhale, drop the knees down to the mat. Bring your right foot forward between your hands and bring your hands up to your right knee. Push through your right heel a little bit so that you come slightly more upright and you're more open in the left hip flexor. Have a sense of just tipping your pelvic bowl upwards at the front and down at the back so that it becomes level, and maybe you'll feel a stretch in the front of the left thigh. If your knee's giving you jip, you can either grab a blanket or just double up your mat. I've got 2 mats here. Inhale, and keeping that light lift in the front of the abdomen, begin to drop down through your hips and maintain a sense of pulling the front heel towards the back knee. And then we'll release our hands, keeping the legs strong. Inhale and reach the arms up, and the arms are active and they're awake. Never was there a better time to feel awake in every corner of your body, not in a neurotic way, but just noticing how alive you are, how the prana is moving through your body. And then you lift right up into the fingertips, drop the tailbone, begin to lift the gaze, begin to lift the heart. Inhale and exhale, release your right hand down to your right thigh. Reach high up through the left leg. And on the out breath, twist to your right. Take the left elbow to the outside of the knee and bring your hands into the prayer position. And you can push your right hand down into your left. And take your head back. Take the front of the throat towards the back of your neck. And feel your left kidney moving towards the right inner thigh. And there's a freedom in the right waist. Inhale. And exhale and release. Take your hands down to the mat and step your right leg back. Bring your big toes to touch and take your knees wide. And just sink your bottom back towards your heels. If you need a blanket underneath your knees, Wendy, Della, take a blanket in underneath your knees. Otherwise, if you don't need one, then that's fine. And just take your hands maybe 2/3 of the way forward and push from the heels of your hands back towards your buttocks. And then continue journeying forward through your arms and be active through your arms. Relax your forehead down towards the mat and lengthen from your inner elbow into your index finger. And take some lovely deep breaths into your lower back, a sense of creating space here. And where there's space, there's possibility. And where there's possibility, there is hope. Inhale, look forward. And breathe out and come back up onto the hands and the knees. And we'll take the left foot forward between the hands and bring our hands up onto the knees, the knee, singular, and have a sense of pulling the front knee and the back knee towards each other. And again, a realignment of the pelvis, just a control of the pelvis so that you can maintain a neutral pelvis as you begin to drop forward. And then we can release the hands. And turning the palms up, reach them forward as if you were offering your heart forward. Take it. And keep the palms facing back for as long as you can. And by the time the arms come above the head, then the palms are probably facing each other. And still, with each out breath, we tone the lower abdomen. Toning and aligning so that we feel awake. Alive in these parts of the body. And then we can take the left hand down. Inhale, reach a little higher through the right arm. And as you exhale, take the right elbow over to the outside of the knee. And then once again, bring the hands together into the prayer position. Sink your left knee further forward. Push your left hand into your right hand. Roll the left shoulder back. Take the front of the throat towards the back of the neck. And turn the gaze, but if there's any strain in the neck, then just adjust your gaze accordingly. And then with each out breath, the emptying, the hollowing of the belly will allow you to squeeze the right waist a little closer towards the left inner thigh. Inhaling. And exhale and gently release. Hands come down to the mat and step your left leg back. And this time we're going to come onto your belly and just take one hand on top of the other hand and make a pillow for your forehead. Have your knees apart and bend your knees and just do windscreen wipers from side to side, very gently, very slowly. And just notice the difference between moving with intention and fidgeting. And when we move mindfully and with attention, then we're noticing, we're giving ourselves the time and the space to notice. What an amazing piece of kit this biological birth, this body is. And then come to stillness. Stretch the legs back out behind you. Tops of the feet to the floor, and we'll come into Sphinx. Elbows just in front of the shoulders. Hands, forearms parallel, palms on the earth. Let your heels soften out to the side to free the sacroiliac joint. Widen the lower back. Anchor the hands and pull your heart forward. Let your neck grow out of your shoulders. And once again, just gently suggest the front of the throat towards the back of the neck. And if you're feeling pinched in the lower back, then take your elbows slightly further forward. Notice if you've built tension now into the lower back. And press your pubis down towards your toes. And the sacrum follows. And it's as if the spine The sap is lifting up through the spine. Inhale. And exhale and gently release. Elbows go wide, one hand on top of the other hand. And we take rest. Deep breath in through the nose and out through the mouth with a soft sigh. Hope is the virtue of a heart that doesn't lock itself into darkness. A single individual is enough for hope to exist. And that individual can be you. And then there will be another you and another you. And it turns into an us. When there is an us, there begins a revolution of tenderness. Tenderness is the love that comes close and becomes real. It is a movement that starts in our heart and reaches the eyes, the ears, and the hands. So let us tenderly bend our knees and take the hands back to tenderly hold the feet. And if we can't find the feet today, we'll just extend the hands back towards the shins. But if we're holding the feet or the ankles, take a breath in. And on the out breath, let the pelvis sink down into the earth and the sap of prana to lift the knees up away from the ground, kicking the feet lightly into the hands and letting the heart rise up and keeping a freedom in your neck as you work here. And don't force or strain, work to about 60% of your comfortable capacity. And then hang out there curiously for a moment. And if you need to come down and take a rest, then come down, take a rest. No one's judging you. And maybe come back up when you're ready. Feeling the shoulders being lovingly drawn back and opened. Take a lovely deep breath in. And exhale and gently release. One hand on top of the other hand under the forehead. And maybe just rock the hips from side to side, wobbling through the bottom. And taking the left arm out to the side at shoulder height on the floor with the palm facing down. Take your right hand underneath your right shoulder, and you can be on the tippy fingers or palm flat on the floor, doesn't matter. Bring your legs together and bend your left knee. Take a lovely deep breath in, and keeping the left shoulder as close to the floor as you can, lift your right knee and take the right toes to the floor behind your left knee. And roll onto your left hip, your left buttock, and keep dropping your right knee away. Now, if you've got neck things going on and that doesn't feel nice, then take a cushion off the sofa and put a cushion underneath your head. So you can really just let the head go. And then we just begin to drop that knee as far over to the right as we can and enjoy that stretch through the left shoulder. For someone that's been on lockdown, I seem to have spent an inordinate amount of time on a computer over the last week. Take a lovely deep breath in. And breathe out and roll back to the center. Extend the legs away. Right arm out to the side, palm to the floor, left hand underneath the shoulder, and maybe you're up on your tippy fingers. Bend your left knee, take a deep breath in, and then roll to your right. And the left foot comes to the floor behind the right knee, and the head is either on a cushion or on the floor. And you're gently dropping that knee away from you. There's normally carnage in class when we start to do this, so I have no idea what's going on in your living room. I'm in blissful ignorance. But ultimately, if it doesn't feel nice, don't do it. I'm trying to open up the right shoulder, and there's a little twist as well through the back. Take a lovely deep breath in. And breathe out and roll back onto your belly. Hands come underneath your shoulders. Push up onto your hands and your knees. I'm going to come to sitting, so you can cross the ankles if you like and roll to sitting, or just come to sitting any which way suits you best. Let's take Tadasana, the star. The feet go 3 hand lengths in front of you roughly. And the soles of the feet come together and the knees drop out to the sides. And you can take your hands down towards your feet. Take a lovely deep breath in. Let the heart surge forward. And as you exhale, scoop through the lower abdomen. Take your elbows wide. And drop your forehead down towards your heels. And then we soften. Consciously softening the space between your eyebrows. Actively using the strong, long out breath to soften the space between your shoulder blades, below your neck. And if there's any pain in the knees, then again, you might want to take some cushions underneath your knees so you feel supported. If you've got yoga blocks, you can actually take the yoga blocks underneath the hip to give you a bit of support in there as well. Tadasana, the star. So breathe out into the corners of your star, the points of your star, your feet, your elbows, your knees, your tailbone, your crown. Reminding yourself that every single atom within your body was born in the heart of a star. We are quite literally built from stardust. And it is our divine right to sparkle, our universal right to sparkle. And you can share that sparkle with anyone, even from a distance, with a smile. With a heartfelt good morning. Inhale, look forward. And exhale and gently release. Slide your bottom to the front third of your mat, and we'll lie down for Savangasana, for shoulder stand. So have the knees bent, take the hands to the knees with the palms facing up. Pull your heels lightly in towards you, take a deep breath in. And as you exhale, slowly roll down, sending the tailbone away. And lying down on the mat. Bring the legs together, bring the arms snug in beside your body with the palms facing down. Breathe in. Breathe out, empty the lungs completely. Begin to lift your legs and then inhale and let the bottom come off the floor. And assuming you can get the bottom off the floor, take the hands to your lower back and begin with the legs at 45 degrees, the head heavy on the floor. And if you know that you prefer to use the wall and you have some wall space, a door always works well in my house. You can take your bottom, your hip to the edge of the wall and then take your legs up the wall. And at that point, you can choose whether to press into the heels and lift your bottom and maybe one leg at a time. Or maybe you just prefer to work with the legs up the wall this morning, softening the waist down into the floor. And if you're actually in your Savangasana, you can begin to work your hands down your back and begin to lift yourself up a little higher, cultivating some strength, some internal strength. But keep a little bit of space between your chin and your chest so that you maintain the space underneath your neck. So that if there was a little mouse in the room, it could squeeze underneath your neck. As if your neck was a bridge, it could go underneath. And you can look at your feet and you can check that they're doing the same. Bringing a little bit of balance into the physical body so that that might be reflected in our lives. And it's okay if you have stayed at the 45 degrees. We'll take a lovely deep breath in. And breathing out, bring the right knee slowly down with control. And maybe it'll kiss the forehead, or maybe it'll just come close. And then we can inhale and come up. And exhale and bring the left knee down to kiss the forehead. And then inhale and come up. And maybe you'll do that again. Or perhaps if the lower back is strong enough, you can begin to explore the right toes towards the floor behind your head. And back up. Exhaling the left toes towards the floor behind your head. And inhale back up. And maybe you just want to rest with your knees on your forehead. Well, maybe Halasana is accessible to you this morning, the plough. And if your feet can come to the floor and you feel steady here, you can release your hands from your back, clasp your fingers together, and reaching the knuckles away, wriggle the shoulders a bit closer in behind you, and press your arms gently down into the floor, brightening up through the backs of the legs. And to come down, take your hands to the mat to use as levers. You can bend the knees or keep them straight, legs that is, and exhale and slowly on an out breath, come gently down to the floor. And we'll bend the knees and take the feet to the floor behind the bottom, feet hip distance apart. Arms are beside you, take a breath in. And breathe out and float your bottom off the ground float your back off the ground. And coming into Matsyasana, the fish, we'll take the arms underneath us, one hand on top of the other hand, and just notice how straight you can get the arms here. And then keeping the arms straight beneath you, lie down on top of your arms and slide your hands side by side each other. Extend your legs away, legs together. And inhale and lift up on your elbows and look at your feet. And exhale, lift your spine towards your breastbone. Begin to look back and take the crown of the head to the floor behind you. Now don't strain your neck here. Bring your chin slightly in. I'm talking about 0.5 centimetre or so. Bringing the chin slightly in towards the chest, and then inviting the spine to lift up towards the breastbone. And the spreading across your chest. And now we'll take some lovely deep breaths into the upper chest. Keeping our chests open. Breath so full. Of course, if you need to come down and rest, then do so. Send your pubic bone down towards your hands. And then we'll push down into the elbows. Inhale, lift the head. And exhale and slowly lie down on the mat and wriggle the arms out from underneath you. And bend the knees. And send your tailbone away and just widen your lower back down to the mat. And again, just bring one hand to the heart and one hand to the belly. And take 3 slow, conscious, restorative breaths. And maybe it'll feel nice to let go with a sigh. On your next in-breath, reach your right leg up towards the sky. And take your hands behind your leg, or maybe you'll need a pajama cord or a dressing gown cord or a yoga strap around the sole of your foot. But we take what we can, and that's enough right now. And then we're going to reach up into the ball of the foot and spread the toes wide. And as the back of the leg opens for us, we'll breathe deeply out. And as we breathe in, there's a sense of sending the bones up and away towards the sky. And drawing the flesh of muscles and skin and fascia down towards the floor. Taking a deep breath in. Exhale, bend the knee and rest the right ankle just below the left knee and drop the knee away from you. Thread your right hand between your legs and let your left foot float off the floor, and take hold of the back of the leg with both hands, or maybe around the shin. And let there be a slight flex in your right foot to support the knee, and you can let the left foot relax completely. And the head feels heavy on the ground. Then we breathe deeply and fully. Always this conscious connection to how we're breathing and what that says about the state of our nervous system in any given moment. Take a deep breath in. And breathing out, releasing the left foot to the floor. Release the right foot to the floor. Feet hip distance apart and parallel. Straighten out your spine. And when you're settled, inhale, lift the left leg up towards the sky, and you take what you can where you can. And if you need a strap around the foot and holding that instead, then that's dandy too. Relax your shoulders down towards the floor. Relax your arms back down into your shoulder sockets. Reach up into the ball of the foot, spread the toes wide, just activating the front of the ankle. And again, reach up into the ball of the foot through the bones, and then soften the weight of the skin and the muscles actively down towards the ground beneath you, down towards the hip. Breathing through the nose if you can, unless you've got a bit of a cold, in which case you breathe any which way is best for you. The important thing is that we're here, consistently turning up, using our yoga as part of our self-care routine, carving this little space of sanity and clarity into the chaos. Inhale. And as you breathe out, bend your left knee and rest your left ankle below the right knee, dropping the left knee away. And thread your left hand between your legs. Pick your right foot off the floor, and maybe you'll hold the back of the leg, or maybe you'll take the hand around the knee. And then we breathe, keeping a slight flex in that left foot to support the knee. And you can relax the right foot completely. Inhale. And exhale and release. Let's move quietly into Shavasana. So by all means, if you've got a blanket, wrap yourself in your blanket. If you want to put your jumper on, then by all means do so. And then make your way back down onto your back, onto the floor. And when you lie on the floor, you can take the legs apart and relax the feet out to the sides. And we take the arms away from the body and we turn the palms up to face the sky. And if it helps us to have some cushions underneath our knees, or a bolster if you're lucky enough to have one at home, then by all means set yourself up in that way. And then we'll take a lovely deep breath in through the nose. And let go with a soft sigh through the mouth. And again, deep breath in through the nose. And let go with a soft sigh through the mouth. And feel the support of the ground beneath you. And surrender back into the support of the Mother Earth. Feel how she can hold the weight of your limbs And let the limbs become very heavy. Soften the space between your eyebrows. And let your cheeks become soft. Let all of the little muscles around your eyes relax. And all the little muscles around your mouth soften. Notice how very subtle the breath becomes. And take your awareness to the space between your eyebrows and let the front of your mind melt towards the back of your skull. Relax here completely. And know that the sun shines not on us, but in us. The rivers flow not past, but through us. Thrilling, tingling, vibrating every fiber and cell of the substance of our bodies, making them glide and sing. The trees wave and flowers bloom in our bodies as well as our souls. And every bird song, wild song, wind song, and tremendous storm song of the rocks in the heart of the mountains is our song, our very own. And it sings of love. So taking a long, slow, deep breath in and out of your body. Bring some gentle movement back into your fingers and into your toes. And when you're ready, give yourself a lovely stretch. Take a moment to smile inwardly to yourself. And take the warmth of that smile with hope into the day ahead. Bend your knees, roll over to your right hand side. Take a moment to rest here. There's no rush. Until slowly and gently you're ready to come to a seated position. Sitting comfortably, inhale and take your hands up into the prayer position above your head. And draw your prayer and your wish for hope down into your thoughts. Hear it in your prayers, internal and spoken aloud. And draw it down into your heart. Let's chant one Om together. Take a deep breath in. Trayambakam yajamahe Sudandin pushtin vardanan Uvar kami bavandanan Michu muchirat mutat Om Shanti Shanti Shanti. Peace, peace, peace. And give a little bow. Namaste, yogis and yoginis. Thank you so much for joining me this morning. If you find that you like a slightly more dynamic practice, then look for the yoga for improvers or established practitioners that happen on a Tuesday morning at 10 o'clock or tonight on a Thursday evening at 6:30. And I hope to see you back on the mat soon. Take care. Namaste. Have a lovely day.